No, MAGA Mike, it's all falling apart. No, MAGA Mike, the Republican Speaker of the House, is getting betrayed, not just by Elon Musk, but from others in his own party. Even MAGA Republican Congress members who voted for the disastrous budget bill, now that Elon Musk is saying he's against it, you've got these MAGA Republican Congress members saying that they're against it too. As I said, no, MAGA Mike Johnson. Take a look at MAGA Republican Congress member Scott Perry, who voted for the disastrous budget bill, now coming out against it after Elon Musk posts, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination." MAGA Republican Congressmember Scott Perry goes, "So at Elon Musk is right to call out the House leadership. I wish I had a nickel for every time the Freedom Caucus sounded the alarm and nobody listened, only to find out the hard way we were right all along. We expect massive improvements from the Senate before it gets back to the House." Dude, you voted for this. Why wouldn't you make the improvements? You're from the Freedom Caucus. Why'd the Freedom Caucus vote for this? To give it back to the Senate to then make the cuts that you're supposed to make? What in the world is going on? You voted for this. As we said, is this you? You voted for it. Then you have MAGA Republican Senator Rand Paul, who's always come out against this disastrous bill. He goes, "I agree with Elon. We have both seen the massive wasted government spending, and we know another $5 trillion in debt is a huge mistake." Then you have Rand Paul say, "Some of us are trying to stop Congress making America bankrupt," in response to what Elon Musk said. Then you have MAGA Republican Senator Mike Lee, who calls himself based Mike Lee. The dude calls himself based. I don't really know what based fully means, but I would imagine the least base thing is calling yourself based. So in response to Elon Musk coming out against this, Mike Lee goes, "Federal spending has become excessive. The resulting inflation harms Americans and weaponizes government. The Senate can make this bill better. It must now do so." Marjorie Taylor Greene. No, MAGA Mike. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene too. No. Anyway, that's like, I saw that on TikTok where they go, no. It may get annoying, so I'll stop doing it. But anyway, MAGA Republican Congress member Marjorie Taylor Greene goes, "Full transparency. I did not know about this section on pages 278 and 279 of the budget bill that strips the states of their right to make laws or regulate AI for 10 years. I am adamantly opposed to this, and it is a violation of states' rights, and I would have voted no if I had known this was in there. We have no idea what AI will be capable of in the next 10 years, and giving it free rein and tying states' hands is potentially dangerous. This needs to be stripped out in the Senate. When the budget comes back to the House for approval after the Senate changes, I will not vote for it with this in it." Our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, goes, "Apparently Marge, and I guess Scott Perry also, didn't read the bill before they voted on it." And just to remind you what Elon Musk was saying all day yesterday, he goes, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. It will massively increase the already gigantic budget deficit to $2.5 trillion and burden American citizens with crushingly unsustainable math or unsustainable debt." To which MAGA Republican Thomas Massie said, "He's right. Elon Musk is right." To which Elon Musk says, "Simple math, man, simple math." And then Elon Musk says, "Fire these Republicans. Get rid of these Republicans." He goes, "In November next year, we fire all politicians who betrayed the American people." And it was in response to this guy, Matt Van Swal, saying, "Okay, let me get this straight. Here's what the GOP is doing." And Musk is saying, "Fire the GOP. Get rid of them." And then Elon Musk reposts this account, SMX. "The truth sets a man free." And Elon Musk has fearlessly spoken about it, fearlessly spoken about it. Okay, so now let me show you MAGA Mike. Should I show you Botox MAGA Mike first or non-Botox MAGA Mike first? Let me show you. About a few weeks ago, this is actually late March 2025, Botox MAGA Mike was on the Mike Levin show. Mike Levin talks like that on Fox. That's my impression of Mike Levin. And Botox MAGA Mike Johnson, just look at this guy's, look at his face here. It's crazy looking. MAGA Mike Johnson says, should I do it with the button? Elon Musk has really figured this all out. His algorithm has made our budget bill perfect. He's so good, Elon. Watch Botox MAGA Mike. He praise and glaze Elon, only for Elon to say, F you, MAGA Mike. Play this clip.
We wanted to pass a resolution that would effectively freeze spending so that the administration can continue its incredible work through Doge and through the other efforts of the administration to go in and root out the fraud, waste, and abuse that we've been trying to target in Congress for decades, but we haven't been able to get to it because we didn't have the algorithms that Elon has. We didn't have the access to all the data and the funding. And so now the game has changed. So we needed to hold the line in what we're doing right now so that when we get to the next fiscal year, FY26, which we will begin work on immediately now that this is done, we'll be able to incorporate all those savings and all the new transformational kinds of policies the administration is working with us to bring about. So this bill effectively does freeze funding, except that what you said, it adds a little to defense. That's what Pete Hegseth said he needed, the Department of Defense, some flexibility and $6 billion additional dollars for the immediate needs. And it reduces non-defense discretionary spending by about $13 billion. So overall, a $7 billion savings to the American people. And Mark, we are just getting started.
That was Botox MAGA Mike right there. Let me show you non-Botox MAGA Mike Johnson here. This is MAGA Mike Johnson. Let's play this clip right here of MAGA Mike Johnson crediting Elon's magical algorithms and the Doge cuts for helping make this budget great that Elon now says he hates. Play this clip.
And the beauty of what Doge has been able to do, the reason it's so revolutionary is because Elon cracked the code. He had access. All the stars aligned. We had a president who was bold enough to do it. And we had somebody with Elon's talent and capability to come in and have his magic algorithms running through the data to find all these irregularities. And these are things that have been hidden from Congress, right? We've been trying to do our oversight responsibility, but the bureaucracy was hiding these things. And so this changes the way government works. And Elon's exactly right. The Doge effort will go on long beyond his tenure as a temporary assistant in all this, because it's changing the way people look at this. And the oversight's a really important component, and that's going to be a permanent part of government now. And it's an exciting thing.
Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. As someone with a public profile and active digital presence, I know just how unsettling it is to realize your address, phone number, or even family members' names are floating around on dozens, sometimes hundreds of data broker sites without your permission. That's why I signed up for Delete Me. Delete Me does all the hard work of wiping you and your family's personal information from data broker websites. You simply let them know what information you want removed, and their privacy experts take care of the rest. They even send personalized reports so you can see what they found and what they've successfully removed. And it's not a one and done deal. Delete Me keeps working, monitoring, and cleaning up your data regularly. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me, now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Meidas and use promo code Meidas at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/Meidas and enter code Meidas, MEIDAS at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Meidas, code Meidas.
Now, here was MAGA Mike Johnson. This is how Fox covered it today. Here was MAGA Mike Johnson when he found out that Elon Musk and all of these Republicans were turning against him. And he's like, but Elon was my friend. I consider him a good friend. So he's obviously an intelligent person, but I think my good friends got it wrong. Here, play this clip.
Let me say this. It's very disappointing. Okay, I've come to consider Elon a good friend. He's obviously a very intelligent person, and he's done a lot of great work. With all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong
about the one big beautiful bill.
So what did Elon say about it? He said, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it.
Tell us how you really feel.
Leaves the White House and then pulls the pin on the grenade.
Yeah.
Whew, there you
Brutal.
go.
You know, it's just so odd, too. It's like these MAGA Republicans are like, no offense to like second graders or third graders, but it's like, are you my friend? Are you my friend? I like you. I know, like you. You're my friend. You're my friend. Just the behavior there is just so utterly odd. I want to show you this. Mark Caputo posted the following. Musk's decision to trash Donald Trump's budget bill came after failing to win favorable treatment in 4 instances. EV tax credits for Tesla, extended White House employment status, Starlink at the FAA, an ally leading NASA got removed as one of Donald Trump's pick to lead NASA. None of it happened. So they threw Musk under the bus. Musk threw them under the bus. And now you have a MAGA civil war. You also just have other MAGA Republicans coming out saying they're not supporting this thing. Here we've got MAGA Republican Rick Scott from Florida play this clip.
So, Senator, would you say without any changes at its current composition, would you vote no?
Oh, absolutely. I'd vote no. This bill doesn't have it. If they brought it to the floor like right now, there's not a chance it'll get the 51 votes it needs.
Here we've got MAGA Republican Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. Play the clip.
Can you see yourself voting for this big, beautiful bill at all?
Not in the current structure, no. Yeah, I refuse to vote for something that's going to actually increase the deficits, exacerbate the problem from the current situation. Again, we shouldn't be talking about this right now. We should have been doing all the work. Like I say, multi-step process. We'd already have the border funding. We'd have defense. We'd have $850 billion of real savings banked already. Plus, we could have extended current tax law, taken tax rate increase off the table. We could have had all that done, but unfortunately, decisions were made to do one big, beautiful bill. It's not beautiful. I'm sorry. It's not a big, beautiful bill. That's called rhetoric.
There's one thing
mislabeling.
There's one thing that
here we've got MAGA Republican Rand Paul saying, my objection's not about the tax cuts. It's that this is going to add $5 trillion to the deficit. Here, play this clip right here.
I want to get you to address the 2 things we just heard from OMB Director Russ Vought, and one made by the president. First of all, they argue the big, beautiful bill puts in place growth measures that you're not accounting for. I've been around this game for a while. You have as well. I do know that growth is something that every administration counts on to offset their spending. But do you not think the president has a point with deregulation and tax cuts that we could see real growth that actually helps not jack up the deficit as is accounted for?
I actually do. And this is where I think the president and I are talking past each other. I accept the growth arguments. I actually accept that cutting taxes can grow revenue. I believe it happened under Reagan. I believe it happened under the first Trump term. And I supported the tax cuts in the first term. I still support them. I support making them permanent. And I do believe they will bring in more revenue than the CBO projects. My objection to the bill isn't about the tax cuts, and it isn't about those calculations. My objection to the bill is they're going to raise the debt ceiling more than they ever have, $5 trillion, and that this will be the largest increase in the debt ceiling ever. And if the Republicans all vote for it, the Republicans will own the debt. They will lose their high moral ground. We will no longer be the party that can say, look at the Democrats. They're the ones, foisting the debt on our country. We're drowning the sea of debt caused by Democrats, which has largely been true. But I think now they vote for this. So if they separate out the debt ceiling, I could be for the bill.
And then you have the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, MAGA Republican John Thune. He's like, I hope Elon comes to a different conclusion here. I hope Elon figures this all out and he likes us again. Maybe Elon wants to be our friend again. We like Elon as friend. Here, play this clip.
Are you concerned that he could help tank this bill and whip members against it? Do they listen to him or they listen to you?
Well, my hope is that as he has an opportunity to further assess what this bill actually does, that he'll come to a different conclusion. But nevertheless, I mean, we have a job to do. The American people elected us to do. We have an agenda that everybody campaigned on. most notably the President of the United States, and we're going to deliver on that agenda. And the legislation as passed by the House can be approved here in the Senate, can be strengthened in the Senate in a number of ways. We intend to do that, but when it's all said and done, we will send it back to the House and hope that they can pass it and put it on the President's desk. And as I said, it does everything that we set out to do. It modernizes our military, secures our border, extends tax relief and makes permanent tax relief that will lead to economic growth and better jobs in this country, and makes America energy dominant, coupled with the biggest spending reduction in American history. So those are our agenda items, and that's what we campaign on. That's what we're going to do.
Such utterly weird behavior, but under the bus you go, Botox, MAGA Mike and MAGA Mike, or whatever Mike we see. Weirdo. Anyway, hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch and help us blow past 1 million followers.